Hello, Internet. Happy Thanksgiving. How are we this evening? How is everyone? Is everyone full? Do we eat lots of food? Are we happy? Did you guys get your disgusting cranberry sauce? Man, your green bean casserole? I know how you guys love that stuff so much. How is everyone? I hope everybody got plenty of food, is having a happy Thanksgiving, and are off to good holidays. Rochelle87, Wally World, nice to see you. As you guys can see, I have the Christmas lights going behind me, and I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited to have turned them on because I'm going to confess something to you guys. I left them up all year. I was that guy. I did it all year. I didn't leave up all of the Christmas decorations from last year. I took those down, but these are such a pain to put up, especially right behind me because I'm kind of like on a hill. I left them up. I left them up, guys, all year. And the great thing is, when I turned them back on, all of them worked. So that was very fortunate. All right. Well, let's see here. Who do we got? Danger. Nice to see you. Are you calling me a butthole, or are you just saying butthole in general? Don't call me a butthole. Happy Thanksgiving. Did you get lots of food? I hope you got. Oh, there she is. She just came up and booped me with her wet nose. Scarlett wants to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hello, mama. How are you? Oh, she just stomped right on the mommy daddy button, didn't you? Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Can you go lay down now? I know you're smiling. Can you lay down? Being such a good girl. I know. I took her to the park today, so she's been behaving. And you know what, guys? I took her to the park. I kept her on a leash the whole time so she wouldn't get the zoomies, and she still, flipped out on the leash, tried to go back and forth, but, I'm training her, so she's staying by my side pretty good. She's not yanking my arm off or anything, but she's not limping when we got home. So that's a good sign. That's definitely a good sign. Dangerous, just testing the chat with the butthole, throwing a butthole out there. It's fine. No worries. All right, everybody. We got a lot to talk about. Plenty of stuff going on. A lot of stuff I want to get into. One thing that I wanted to get into like 2 or 3 streams ago that I forgot to, so I'll probably start off with that. So there's stuff going on in Ireland. The Netherlands elected. Well, we'll get into all the stuff, but yeah. So we'll just go. I'll start with all the headlines. I'll start with all the stuff that I just want to get through really quick that I don't want to go into too much detail about. But yeah, that's what we'll do here. If I could find the right tab here. Yeah, okay, there it is. All righty. So the first thing I want to talk about is this this TSA thing and the whole the what do they call them? The cops that are on the airplanes, the air marshals, the whole air marshals thing. So Wally World, you ate cranberry sauce in my honor. Like, great, thanks. I appreciate it. As long as you didn't eat any the green bean casserole. It's just I don't know how or why anybody came up with that concoction. So Brandon Straka, he was with Walkaway, the Walkaway movement. I mean the whole 2020 thing. And he was at J6, and I believe he had like a plea agreement. They locked him up, all sorts of stuff. But he says Fox News is stunned to learn that January 6 defendants unconvicted have been placed on a QS list, the TS terminal list, which subjects people with this designation to hours of harassment at the airport. I've literally been talking about this publicly for nearly 3 years. I also testified about this before congressional hearings 5 months ago and repeatedly posted pictures and videos of this harassment at the airport to over 1 million followers on Twitter, Facebook, etc. I have talked about this to numerous times on Newsmax, OAN, Real American Voice, Tim Pool, Redacted, and dozens of other large-scale podcasts. Fox, it's your time to break your silence about the atrocities being done to the people for misdemeanor trespassing accusations. So that's the thing. A lot of the stuff that people were locked up for a super long time, if I doubt it. But if there's any of you J6ers listening, any of you guys that they locked up and treated crazy, I'd love to have you on the show. Love to talk to you. So there's two of you guys that follow me on. Yeah, I need to get some of you J6ers on the show because I want a better idea of what the day-to-day life was. Like, if they locked people up, you guys, for misdemeanors, for trespassing. A lot of people that, yes, there was violence on J6, all that stuff, but there's a lot of people that didn't do crap. They just walked in, walked out, didn't do much, and didn't break anything, cause any damage, any of that stuff. They got locked up for a long time. So they're pulling people off of, they pulled FBI agents off of like child trafficking cases and stuff who go after J6ers. And now look what she says about the air marshals, specifically about how there's basically no air marshals on the airplanes. So check it out.
How many air marshals are on planes right now, and how many do you think there should be to get to a safe level?
Well, Carly, we're not flying right now. The only missions that we're doing are quiet skies missions, and those are missions that are following the January 2021 people. So we're either on the border for illegal immigrants, or we're following folks from January 2021. We're not doing our regular missions where we're out there looking for the bad guys. So right now on most flights, you're not going to have air marshals.
What do you mean by that? You're following January 2021 people. What does that mean?
That means our primary mission is a little group called Quiet Skies. It's a mission called Quiet Skies that we're following people that flew into the National Capital Region in January 2021. You did not have to go to the Capitol or the rally, and you've been put on a specific list that TSA now has assigned air marshals to follow these people who have not had any type of criminal investigation. They haven't committed a crime, but yet 3 years later, we're following the same individuals day in and day out.
So you're saying that air marshals are now following people that were at the Capitol on January 6th, and they're not tracking terrorists at all?
Well, they didn't even have to be at the Capitol, Carly. They could have just flown into the National Capital Region. So if anybody was there for a job interview, to visit family, we even had a gentleman that was there for a funeral. They put on this domestic terrorist list just because of their geographic location to Washington, D.C. So these people did not even commit a crime. They weren't even at the Capitol.
What? Do those people? That's
the thing, too. Didn't they use people's geocaching data? So not even people that were at January 6th, people that went to the Capitol building, but people that just went to the DC area on that date or around that date. They're following around. So this just breaks my brain that this is happening. There's not really air marshals on the plane anymore. Go figure that we're seeing crazy things taking place on airlines, just crazy outbursts.
People know that they're on this list?
Some of them do, because when they go to the airport, they get the quad S's on their boarding pass, and then they have to go through enhanced security. Then they're followed by teams of air marshals on any leg of flight that they have. So yes, a lot of them do know that they're being followed, yet they haven't been vetted and they have not committed a crime. And 3 years later, we're still doing the same duty. And we followed the same people over and over for 3 years who are no threat to this country.
Haven't committed a crime, weren't even necessarily at the Capitol. 3 years they've been following around. This is so I joke all the time about my assigned FBI agent. Am I really joking? Is it really a joke?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so if you are an average passenger on a plane, how concerned should you realistically be?
I think you should be very concerned when you're boarding the aircraft. You need to look around to see who you might be able to ask to help you, like a good Samaritan, because you're on your own. If anything happens, please don't wait. There's going to be no law enforcement that's going to help you. So you need to have a plan. Look where the exit doors are. Look where your flight attendants are standing around you. But I would look at other passengers to see, I would be looking around for a football player or somebody, a pretty big guy or a couple big guys, in case you needed to take action.
Wow.
Well, I hope that was reassuring for all you travelers out there. Look for the big guy. Sit next to him. Don't sit next to me. I'm the 6'6" guy. I'm the guy that tries to get, and I'm 6'6" and poor, so I have to fly Southwest, and I try to do the pre-boarding thing. I don't fly that much anymore, but I try to do the pre-boarding thing so I can get first in line, so I can get one of the emergency seats, so I can stretch my legs out. Yep. Mm-hmm. No, I always get somebody, 1-2 people that get there ahead of me, and they're always like 4'9". Guess what seat they grab? They know I'm behind them. They do it every time. They look right at me as I walk by and go sit in my seat of shame, tucked into a little corner. It's horrible. I hate flying. Hate it so much. And I'm driving everywhere now. I am freaking driving everywhere. What is happening? This is madness. Absolute madness. Okay. I just wanted to talk about that. That was a story that I've been meaning to talk about for like the last 3 episodes here. Okie dokie. That was that was the first one I want to talk about. Okay. John Kerry is a maniac. So yeah, that's just the headline. John Kerry is an absolute maniac. Climate freaking maniac. So listen to what he says about how we have to save everyone. Like the plan to save everybody is this. Just let him elaborate on it a little bit. I won't interpret what he's saying. You guys tell me what his plan is here.
Agriculture contributes about 33% of all the emissions of the world, depending a little bit on how you count it, but it's anywhere from 26 to 33. And we can't get to net zero. We don't get this job done unless agriculture is front and center as part of the solution. But with a growing population on the planet, we just crossed the threshold of 8 billion fellow citizens around the world. We just crossed that in this last year. Emissions from the food system alone are projected to cause another 0.5 degree of warming by mid-century on the current course that we are today.
According to what and who? What scientists? Are these the same science experts, the trust the science experts that we trusted through COVID? Is it these same experts? And isn't Elon the one that's always talking about how we're facing population collapse? And isn't China facing potential population collapse? I think Japan is under a similar situation. I think the U.S. It's millennials and Gen Z. Like, we're not having kids. I haven't had kids. I'm 40. I used to have dreams of having kids. I don't know if I want to anymore. Kids kind of annoy me. I like them being your kids because they go home with you guys. Like, I can hang out with them and do the cross country thing and stuff and get them all wound up and, teach them bad words and stuff and then send them home to you. Like, that's way better for me. So I don't know if I want my own kids. Anyway, John Kerry is a maniac. Let's see what he keeps talking about here. So, okay. All right. So this is John Kerry. Population's getting bigger. According to him, 33%. How'd you come up with that number? 33% of the emissions that are contributing to climate change, according to the scientists, are coming from agricultural farmers where we get our food. And keep in mind, this is the same people that have talked about how we have too many people on the planet and kind of have like a depopulation agenda, So what they're sort of alluding to here, it sort of sounds like you want to kill millions, possibly billions of people. I'll keep letting the psychopath talk.
A 2-degree future could result in an additional 600 million people not getting enough to eat. And you just can't continue to both warm the planet while also expecting to feed it.
Okay, so let me get this straight. The people aren't going to have enough to eat because the planet's going to get too warm. So in order to feed all the people, we need to reduce how much food we grow. Is that what he's saying right now? Is that what he's saying?
Doesn't work. So we have to reduce emissions from the food system to keep the 1.5 degrees alive. Why do we have to keep 1.5 degrees alive? Because scientists, as a basis of physics and mathematics, not ideology and politics or party labels or anything else. As a matter of physics and mathematics and some biology and chemistry have told us these are the consequences. And we already see it happening. And almost everything they've predicted for 30 plus years now is coming true. But the problem is it's coming true faster and bigger than was in fact predicted.
You guys, John Kerry is a psychopath. So many of these people are psychopaths. Okay. All right. So, Rochelle, that's liberal logic. All right. Am I accurate in what he was saying there? That he's basically saying that the Earth needs, it's projected on its current course with like all of our emissions, especially with all our agricultural stuff. We're projected to increase 3% over however many years he said. We need to reduce that to 1.5%. So in order to do, because if we don't, all the people will starve. And in order to do that, since it's coming from the agriculture industry, we need to reduce how much food we grow to feed all the people. Is that what he's saying? We need to reduce all the food we grow to feed all the people? Because that's what it sounded like he was saying. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm missing some giant thing. These people are way smarter than me. I will concede that. These people are, they're, I hope that man is smarter than me because it's a very powerful man. Oh, geez. Psychopaths. Okay. So there's that. John Kerry's a psychopath. And there's this. Did you guys hear about this? So I got an article that I'll pull up here, but so Pentagon, this is the headline. I guess it came from the New York Times. But I got an article from Business Insider pulled up that I'll read. I'll try to read it quickly. Pentagon is currently moving toward allowing AI weapons to autonomously make decisions to kill humans. Yes, you heard that correctly. So let's go to this Business Insider article here really quick. It's unreal. Okay. So they really said that they're moving closer to allowing AI drones to make the decision to kill people. Yeah. So and hopefully you guys can see this here. Okay, good. All right. I'm going to read this article. I got it pulled up on the wrong screen, but that's okay. All right. So this is from Business Insider. The Pentagon is moving toward letting AI weapons autonomously decide to kill people. This is from Tom Porter, November 22nd, Business Insider. The 3 bullet points at the top. The U.S., among other countries, are arguing against new laws to regulate AI-controlled killer drones. The U.S., China, and others are developing so-called killer robots. Critics are concerned about the development of machines that can decide to take human lives. They're building Skynet. Plants are flourishing now with increased CO2. Are you saying that to mock them, or is that real? Is that a real thing? I'm not sure if you're messing with me or if that's a real thing right now. Okay, so according to the Business Insider, the deployment of AI-controlled drones that make autonomous decisions about whether to kill humans targets is moving closer to reality. The New York Times reported lethal autonomous weapons that can select targets using AI are being developed by countries including the U.S., China, and Israel. The use of so-called killer robots would make a disturbing development, say critics. You say, handling life and death battlefield decisions to machines with no human input. Several governments are lobbying the UN for a binding resolution restricting the use of AI killer drones, but the U.S. is among the group of nations, which also includes Russia, Australia, and Israel, who are resisting any such move. Favoring a non-binding resolution instead, the Times reported. Well, so, I mean, it's going to happen, you guys. There's no stopping it. They can make whatever resolution that they want. The reality is this is coming. we'll talk about AI in a little bit, but there's all of this stuff is going to collide, and drones with weapons that have, whether it has actual artificial general intelligence built in, or if it's pre-programmed, but it's coming. This is the whole, I mean, Skynet, the Terminator 2, the Terminator shit, it's coming. Sorry, Shelley. Sorry, Shelley. The Pentagon is working towards deploying swarms of thousands of AI-enabled drones, according to a notice published earlier this year. In a speech in August, U.S. Deputy Secretary of Defense Kathleen Hicks said technology like AI-controlled drone swarms could enable the U.S. to offset China's People's Liberation Army numerical advantage in weapons and people. We'll counter the PLA's mass with mass of our own, but ours will be harder to plan for, harder to hit, harder to beat, she said, reported Reuters. Okay, so she wants to send like swarms of drones against actual armies. It's just, oh, man. Okay. Like, sounds like they're planning for war too. Okay, well, I guess we're always planning for war, aren't we? Wally World, it's true. CO2 is basically playable. Well, yeah, I know that. I know how photosynthesis works. Photosynthesis. I saw Biodome. Okay. You guys remember that movie? Biodome? It's a great movie. Making a filter. You guys remember that? Pauly Shore? Great freaking movie. Okay, so I apologize. Wally World just squirreled me. Individual decisions versus not doing individual decisions is the difference between winning and losing, and you're not going to lose, he said. I don't think people would want to be up against. I don't think people we would be up against would do that, and it would give them a huge advantage if we put that limitation on ourselves, saying that we can't sign a resolution to not use these AI drones. That would handcuff us. That would handcuff our defenses. The New Scientist reported in October that AI-controlled drones have already been deployed in the battlefield by Ukraine in its fight against the Russian invasion, though it's unclear if any have taken action resulting in human casualties. No, that's not unclear. Are you kidding? No, there's tons of footage coming out of, and it's not just it's Ukrainians and Russians are using drones, and it's like really rudimentary. They're just using drones with grenades attached to them, and they hover above people and they just drop grenades on them. They got cameras built in. It's pretty simple. Like, I don't know how many grenades a drone can carry, but it's 4 or 5 or whatever, and you get this horrific footage of, you got a lot of injured soldiers that are in a field somewhere, and they see the drone hovering above them, and they know it's about to happen, and their legs are already blown off or whatever, and they're trying to crawl and get away from it, and they're like, no, and they just drop the grenades on them. It's horrible, horrific footage. So I don't know what they're talking about. They say right here, let me repeat, though it's unclear if any have taken action resulting in human casualties. No, go on X and just search drones Ukraine. You'll see tons of videos. It's horrible. Okay. The Pentagon did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Okay, cool. That's the end of that story. So yeah, they want to use. It's coming. They're already using drones in combat. We've been drone bombing forever, but they want to give it. First, it'll happen with just like autonomous control, where people aren't even controlling the drones anymore. Give it a target, it goes and it does a mission and comes back. But then once AI reaches a certain level, AGI, and you give something the ability to make decisions, is this or is this not a target? Oh man, you're on a whole new level. Not great, you guys, I would say. All right, so we'll go back to the quick stories I want to get through. Actually, let me see here. Let's see. Heidi, what's going on? This will not end well. Absolutely not. It will not end well. Yeah, I don't. But there's no stopping it. It's not, it's this is sort of the whole thing with AI. It's the same thing. This is if we don't develop it, somebody else will. That's the whole logic behind it. And unfortunately, it's true. And yeah, so we'll get into the AI stuff a little bit later with all the Sam Altman crap and OpenAI, but I want to at least touch on all of these headlines I want to get through really quick. So Eric Adams just came out today. Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, or governor of New York, right? My bad. Is accused of sexually assaulting a woman in 1993 in bombshell legal filing. Okay, so that's the headline, New York Post article. You guys can read it if you want. So, yeah, what's his name? Luke Gronkowski. So I think that's how you say his name, Luke Gronkowski from We Are Change. He tweeted out, basically something like, "What did Eric Adams do to the cathedral? Because they're coming at him now from '93." Okay. You guys remember the Louisville bank shooter? You guys remember him all the way back? I mean, this was another leftist. You guys remember the guy? It was man, it wasn't even that long ago. Jesus, seems like it was so long ago. On April 10th, 2023. Let me go to the whole article. So right after we get the trans chick manifesto leaked, Louisville manifesto released on April 10, 2023. Connor Sturgeon, 25, gunned down several people at Old National Bank, where 5 were killed. The shooter wrote in his textbook that he targeted upper-class white people and wanted the attack to spur gun control. This was far-left terrorism, writes End Wokeism. That's from End Wokeism. So that came out. This is the document right here. So this is just scribbled in a notebook. So, and it's highlighted here, upper class white people, or white people dying. So let me see if I could read his scribbles. "I have decided to make an impact. These people did not deserve to die, but because I was depressed and able to buy guns, they are gone. Perhaps this is the impetus for change. Upper class white people dying. I certainly would not have been able to do this were it more difficult to get a gun. Explanation of process. That's in parentheses, explanation of process. It says, just walked in 45 minutes later, get AR-15. I know our politicians are solely focused on lining their own pockets, but maybe this will knock some sense into them. If not, good luck. Shelly, I apologize for my words. What a sick fuck." So I'm sorry. This is Louisville, right? Kentucky? Is that what it was? Louisville, yeah. That's in Kentucky, right? Sorry. So they obviously don't have a 10-day waiting period there, but you still go into a gun store, you get a background check. They're just instant. If you're not, if you haven't committed a felony, if you're not on any sort of crazy lists or whatever, which, I mean, you shouldn't be on any list. Background checks are immediate. So yeah, you can walk out 45 minutes later with a gun, as you should be able to. This is just sick. He wrote down that he murdered people that he clearly says didn't deserve to die, but I'm just trying to make a point. This is sick. These people have freaking lost it. Danger. What's the if you haven't watched The Fall of Minneapolis, you need to watch. Okay, check it out. All right, Terry Wallace. I do not feel sorry for Eric Adams. His party is allowing this. You know what Scott Adams was saying about So Eric Adams just came out and he said, like, he's talking about how all the mass immigration that's happening to New York City right now will destroy the city. He's acknowledging that, and he's talking about how bad the situation is. And he's like, but at the same time, we're going to keep having our sanctuary city policy and all that stuff. We're going to keep doing everything. We're going to keep allowing everything. And Scott Adams, I don't know if you know Scott Adams. He's the Dilbert guy. Awesome dude. Very smart dude. And he's local over in Pleasanton. He has this idea that maybe he's doing it on purpose. Maybe he's like purposefully, okay, this is what you guys want to do. All right, let's he's letting it collapse. He's okay. He can't fight it, so he might as well just pour it on and let it happen, So that's Scott Adams' theory about it. Good thinking. Terry Wallace, The Fall of Minneapolis was great. All right, that's two, you guys. And okay. All right, I'll check it out. Danger, text me, remind me, because I'll forget. All right, so yeah, that's the Louisville thing, man. Just okay. So yeah, that manifesto came out, and I'm gonna go as long as I need to tonight, guys, because there's a lot I want to get into. So I might end up going like 90 minutes, maybe even longer. So another one in Kentucky, a state of emergency was declared as 2 Kentucky towns evacuated following hazardous chemical spill from a derailed train. Currently, a state of emergency has been declared with 2 Kentucky towns, Livingston and Piney Branch, following multiple car train derailment. A CSX train carrying hazardous chemicals has derailed, resulting in the evacuation of the mentioned towns. At least 15 train cars were involved in the accident, including 2 sulfur dioxide cars, which were breached, causing the spillage of their contents from the wreckage. One member of the 2-person crew was treated at the scene for minor injuries. Police are strongly encouraging residents to evacuate the area. If there's any updates, okay. Update. And this is from a full day ago. Rockcastle County Middle School has set up approximately 100 cots to serve the overnight shelter as residents. Okay, so yeah, that's happening. That happened. All right, that's from Roz Alerts. Okay, you guys. I started making my roast way too late because I'm doing it in a slow cooker. It smells so good. It's not ready yet, but it's still cooking. It smells so good, and I keep catching whiffs of it. All right, that's all I wanted to talk about with the headlines type stuff. Let's talk about Ireland. You guys heard about all that crap that's going on over there? All sorts of stuff. All right. I'll check it out, Danger. Appreciate it. Okay, so Ireland. So, this is how Sky News reports it. Dublin stabbing. That's the headline. Far-right protests after girl, 5, among 3 children attacked in broad daylight near school. Disorder has broken out in Dublin city center amid anger about the attack. One of the children and a woman are being treated for serious injuries, police said. A suspect has been detained, and I think somebody died. But they're saying far-right protests. Okay, so it was from my well, we'll let people get into it. So Kyle Becker reports Irish commissioner won't comment on the reports the child stabbing suspect is an Algerian migrant, but he is condemning disgraceful scenes of protests in Dublin. He claims they are staged by a hooligan faction driven by the far right ideology. Unbelievable, Kyle Becker says. So Ireland has been, like many other countries, like London, obviously London's not a country, but the city of London, I believe Paris, many places in the Netherlands, Germany, obviously our country, United States, Italy, that island off Italy, are getting flooded with illegal immigrants, tons of different countries. And Ireland isn't any different, and they've been going through this for a while. So let's listen to what their whoever this guy is, Irish commissioner, police commissioner. Let's listen to what he has to say here about this. Can't go one. You lived in Ireland for some time? Oh, okay. Far right people don't like kids getting stabbed. Yeah, exactly. He is an Algerian migrant. Okay, we'll keep going. I got tons of stuff pulled up on this, so we'll see. I haven't looked into it too much, so we'll just find out.
Well, I think there's disgraceful scenes in terms of major investigation.
All right, this audio sucks, so I'm not even gonna play this video. Kyle Becker said what he said. So he says it's disgraceful scenes. He says he called it a hooligan faction driven by far right ideology. Well, you'll see the scenes coming out of there because it is gnarly what's happening. But again, from Sky News, police have said a complete hooligan lunatic faction driven by far-right ideology is behind the violent protests in Dublin after 3 young children were injured in a stabbing outside a school. So let's see what Sky News has to say again. God, I think one of these kids died too. So Ganko one, I'm not sure. Northside. Yeah, if you beat the poop out of kids, out of the people who stabbed your kids, you are far right. Yeah, no kidding. And they think describing it like this will dissuade people from associating with the far right. Exactly. Everybody just, as soon as you step out of line from the left on any topic whatsoever, and it's constantly changing the left's rules and what they believe that you have to believe. As soon as you step out of line, poof, you're far right. And just immediately, it doesn't matter if you guys already know what I'm talking about. So let's keep going with all this Ireland stuff. There's a lot going on over there. This dude, okay, so let's see what the Irish think about this far right stuff. Because this gentleman approaches a bunch of journalists over there in Ireland, and he doesn't seem to be too pleased with how they are reporting on this.
This is the fella that was walking around Dublin for the last 8 months calling people far right and racist. From the Irish Times he is. Hey, look at them all. Far right. Look at him. There he is. Everybody remember him from a few months ago calling people far right and racist. Yeah. What are you going to write in the Times tomorrow? Cry for help, was it? Cry for help? Fucking God. Look at all of them. Look at them. All of them. Oh, fucking dying for a good story. Yeah, they've put it back on the Irish people. Look at this gobshite from Virgin Media. Look at him. Pretend he's not listening to me. Look, we're not going to be intimidated anymore, all you. Yeah. Look at him. Coming down on his push bike just to get the story. Now, what are you going to say about the Irish people now? Are they far right? Are they racist? Are they racist? Are they? Yeah, you were laughing at them 8 months ago when you were telling you this is going to happen. All you fucking hacks. Yeah, go on. Look at them. But look, on your fucking bike. Go on.
Do you want to show me the video?
Yeah, on your bike. I don't even listen anymore. You're disgust, yeah. You're on Twitter. You fucking know, yeah. He's on the scene and we all seen it. Go on your bike. On your fucking bike, you hack.
So I guess there's video of the stabbing. Pete Grabber, happy Thanksgiving. Nice to see you. Terry Wallace, you haven't seen 100% that he's a migrant, and you haven't heard that one of the kids died. Okay, so all that's unconfirmed. So it was an attack, and 3 kids got stabbed. So that's what we know so far. All right, well, we'll keep going. Let's see what else we can figure out about this one. Oopsies. All right. His phone went all sideways there. Sorry about that. All right. So here's some of the footage coming out of there. It's gnarly. So this bus is up in flames, and they just painted it out. You guys see this? There's one of them. There's a whole bunch of gnarly videos coming out of there. Northside is saying Thanksgiving streaming miracle. Is nobody else streaming today? No, Scott Adams did a stream today. Tim Pool had some of his shows going on. I don't know if he went live today, but no, there's been people that have been streaming today. Actually, if you guys, I'm not gonna have time to get into this one, but there was a story out of Southern California, out of El Monte, that if you guys follow a Real Justice Warrior, I think his name is, or Actual Justice Warrior on YouTube, he talked about how there's a mayor over there in El Monte, Southern California, El Monte, California, that somebody was basically speaking out against her, and she appears to be associated with some gang there. It looks like a biker gang, and she's like started intimidating this lady using gang members. Anyway, look into it. It's El Monte, California. There's a few stories written on it. It's kind of gnarly. Look into that one. I didn't have time to bring it up. Well, they're going after the cop car. They're going after the cop.
People are actually thrown out. They're angry. They're angry. People are angry. People are angry here. Very angry. American plastic guys. People are very angry.
This ain't that people, folks. This is the Fighting Irish. Oh, they are angry, folks. They are not happy. They're not happy about it. He says, what's going on? No worries, man. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving. So I guess in 2022, the most commonly named boy in Ireland was Muhammad. This is a video of them reacting to it in Ireland. So Jack Poso put that out there. So apparently, according to Jack Poso, the Muhammad is the most popular boy's name in 2022. That's according to them. So here's more footage coming out of Ireland. So riots are breaking out after 5 people, including 3 children, injured in knife attack. This is from Raw's Alerts. See if there's any updates from 6 hours ago. Currently, multiple riots have broken out in Dublin, Ireland, leaving thousands of people angry after an immigrant believed to be Algerian carried out a stabbing attack outside a school that injured 3 children and 2 adults. Sections of the crowd clashed with police, reportedly injuring several officers and set several police cars and vehicles on fire while fireworks were thrown into the streets. Police had detained a man in his 50s for the knife attack. Authorities believe the attack was a standalone incident. Now I'm remembering, I can't remember what country it was in. Do you guys remember the stabbing attack at a playground? That video went viral. Yeah, I can't remember what country that I was out of. I think it was in Europe. There was, another stabbing attack. This is probably like a year ago, something like that. And this is just reminding me of it. Yeah, man, this is crazy. Was that in France? Acorps? Yeah, man, these stabbing attacks. And you're seeing people carrying around giant ass machetes in a lot of these videos. I think it's also Ireland, where these groups of kids are carrying around these giant ass machetes in their pants, and you're seeing like gnarly ass machete attacks. Like kids, it's bad. It's obviously not Irish, native Irish people. It's Terry Wall said it was France. Yeah, so these stabbing attacks are getting more frequent. Well, all right, let's check out this video coming out of here. It's It's only like 54 seconds, but man, they are messing it up out there. Like cars on fire, like buses on fire, like trains on fire. They are not playing. I'm gonna curse again, but I apologize, Shelley, but it looks like the Irish have reached a bucket. People only do this. I mean, if you're not Antifa and you're not Black Lives Matter, you only do this when you know that you're
the electricity on that table.
do it anyway.
Yeah.
A-Corps, that's their answer to gun control. What does that mean? That carrying around the machetes, that they do that because they're not allowed to carry around guns? Man. I would almost I think I would, now that I think about it, yeah. I think I would rather get in a gunfight than in a machete fight. Like if I have a machete and the other person has a machete, either one would suck, obviously, but man, yeah, having to fight off someone with a machete is like a nightmare. It doesn't matter how small they are. I mean, obviously the smaller the better, but anyone with a machete is a major threat if you're not armed. Machetes are vicious. I have a machete and I trim my blackberry bushes with a machete. And like any dude, I get all and start trying to be all fancy with the machete and stuff. And I hope I don't cut off a toe. But oh man, yeah, there's lots of people running around with machetes right now. Carrying knives is the answer. Yeah. That's our answer to gun control. A-Corps. Yeah, they'll always find a way. North side. You'd rather get in a gunfight than a machete fight? Yeah, me too. I really think I would rather if I had to choose between getting in a gunfight with somebody and a machete fight with somebody, I'm pretty sure I would choose a gunfight. B says, you remember that video? You're talking about the one on the playground, the knife attack on the playground? The dude was going after a kid in a stroller. And yeah, I can't remember the details of it, but I remember somebody being very brave. I think it was a mother that did everything she could to fight that guy off. That was just a gnarly video. It's like, holy crap. It's just, what makes the scene so crazy is it's a playground. It's in a park, and it's like a nice looking neighborhood, old folks wandering around, feeding the ducks or whatever, nice and quaint. And all of a sudden there's a guy stabbing kids. It's just a nightmare. It's an absolute freaking nightmare. Yeah, I agree, A-Corps. I agree. So got some more stuff coming out of Ireland. And then some looting started. They started looting stores. So this Ashley Simeon says that, okay, so, well, I'll let you watch the video.
3 Irish kids stabbed today, and they're in robbing the place. What? Are you all doctors and engineers? There you are, folks. Look who's robbing the clothes. Don't get in my face, I'll crack your jaw wide open. 3 kids stabbed. 3 bodies stabbed. 3 Irish bodies. You don't rob shops. Don't rob fucking shops. Okay, there you are. There you are. Have respect down here and have a bit of respect for our town. Fuck off. We're fucking Irish. There's a kid killed in this fucking country this morning. There's that, folks. There's that. Go on back to your own country and do it. You'll find it funny. 3 Irish kids.
The Irish are not too happy, folks. So they're lighting public transit on fire. They're lighting cop cars on fire. They're lighting buses on fire, trains. That's all government stuff. And then kids come and they start looting businesses, and they give them the business. They tell them the what's what. It's all coming to a head, folks. It is all coming to a head. So, yeah, Krasenstein talking about it as well. So this is some older footage. Yeah, there's a well, I had a bunch of stuff saved, but I got rid of it. But okay, yeah. All right, so yeah, that's all the stuff going on in Ireland right now. So stabbing attack outside of a school, 5 people injured. I don't know if anyone's. I heard one kid died. That could be. You guys check in on that. I'm not sure if there's been any updates at Corbs. They're lighting hotels and government housing on fire. Oh, okay. So if you guys have any updates, if anybody has died or anything, let me know. Ireland probably has less fluoride in their tap water. I'm super big about the fluoride thing too. I swear fluoride in the water is dumbing people down. In Boulder Creek up here, they have and the water company is struggling, but they have a Big Basin Water Company. Big Basin Water Company, from my understanding, does like all they're family owned. They're a family owned water company, and we have a lot of water that comes out of the mountains here. That's rainwater, and that's the sand. Anyway, they do like the bare minimum when it comes to like the state required stuff that they have to put in the water. It's so insidious when you really look at like what the state and the cities require that you have to put in the water supply. It's really sick. It's really insidious when you look at it. So it's not cool. Yeah. Ganko one. Yeah. Machetes are scary. Yeah. Okay. So 5 people, 3 of them are kids, 2 are in serious condition. All right, cool. So yeah, machetes are great. I love them. Machetes are fun. I've like chopped down small trees with them. They are fantastic. I have a really good one. Yeah, I ordered it at the beginning of COVID. All right, so enough about the Ireland stuff. Jump really quick over to the Netherlands. So this dude just won, and he's being compared to Javier Milei that just won as well. So Ollie London reports anti-globalist Geert Wilders. Is that how you guys say his name? Geert. Anti-globalist politician Geert Wilders has delivered a massive victory for his party for freedom, PVV, party in the Dutch elections, winning 37 seats in parliament. He is now on course to help form the new coalition government and could potentially become the next prime minister. His party's policies include calling for the Netherlands to leave the EU, calling for a ban on all asylum seekers and illegal immigrants, and the de-Islamization of the country. The political leader previously said he wants to remove all mosques, Islamic schools, and Islamic women's face coverings from the country. That seems a bit extreme. He now has to help form the new coalition government before potentially becoming the next PM. Source NBC News, Spectator, and Sky News. Okay, so Geert Wilders wins a massive victory for the Freedom Party. So he's not the prime minister yet. I don't know anything about this guy, but he's on track to become the prime minister, apparently. Let's listen to him talk. Let's see what he has to say here. This is a bit of a longer clip, and I might play the whole thing. Maybe I probably won't play the whole thing.
Feel even abandoned by their political leaders.
Start from the beginning, sorry.
You see happening today in the United States is quite similar what we see all over Europe. We see that a growing amount of people feel misrepresented, feel even abandoned by their political leaders. The political elite today, they see problems every day when it comes to losing their jobs, or terrorism, or immigration, or Islamization, or crime, even often on a daily basis. And they see that the current leaders are not addressing it, are still being very politically correct. And now we have a leader, I hope he will be the next president of the United States, that says, well, I'm not being politically correct. I'm going to address all those issues. And the normal people, what the Americans call the blue collar people, are very enthusiastic about that. And you see in Europe with
this is an old interview. This is from way back when. This was way back from when Trump hadn't even selected Pence as his running mate yet. So this is that's what he's talking about from way back in 2015. That was a while back. All right, so sorry, go back to so Ed Wokeness says, what a week. Argentina elected an anti-socialist economist, Javier Milei. Geert Wilders and his party won a shocking landslide in the Netherlands, and a Republican mayor was elected in Charleston for the first time since 1877. I didn't know that either. Okay. Yeah, so this guy is saying he wants to ban the Quran in the Netherlands. Let's listen to his justification for that. I don't know how I feel about that, guys. I'm not about banning holy books. So let's listen to his justification for that.
I rather would have no Quran at all, as we in Holland at least have outlawed Mein Kampf, but highly symbolic. Still, it would have an enormous effect to do so. If one country is tougher on its immigration policy than the other, then the most immigrants go to the country with the softest immigration policy. I rather.
Okay. So, I understand his logic and I agree with the sentiment, but I'm not a statist. I'm not about trying to wield the power of the state to impose, as much as I agree with what he's saying, I'm not about that. I'm not about using the state to outlaw a religious text. I'm not for that. So, you guys can feel however you want about it, but I'm not about that. Because the mosques are preaching hatred. Well, are they though? I'm not with you on this one, man. I'm not with using the power of the state to outlaw stuff. But we have laws on the books to stop acts of hate. So yeah, to me, this is suppressing speech. It's suppressing religion. So yeah, I'm not with it. Yeah, I'm not with it. So this guy sounds like a bit of an authoritarian. That's the vibe I'm getting off of. That's the vibe I'm getting from this dude just right off the bat. I am not getting at all the same vibe that I'm getting that Javier Milei is putting out there, even though people are very skeptical about him as well. But he wants to, one of the first moves he says within like 30 days or something, he's going to get rid, Javier Milei says he's going to get rid of like the diversity, equity, and inclusion crap within their government. So that's becoming less of a statist. So yeah, I would not compare Geert Wilders. He seems like a statist, the exact opposite of what Javier Milei claims to be. The verdict is still out on that. So, all right, that's that. But a lot of people are cheering for him though. So you guys, A-Corps, if you're following me on X, will you DM me that from Andy No? Because I follow him too. I'll check out what you just sent there. I would love to see that. Actually, hey, you guys, I always forget. If you guys could give the video a like, thumbs up, tap that really quick. If you can maybe share the video on Twitter, X, Instagram, whatever, it'd be pretty awesome. It'd be kind of cool. And you know what? I might as well. I hate asking. I hate talking about it, but you know what? My German Shepherd's going to have to go down soon, and it's $1,000. It costs $1,000 to kill your dog, by the way. As you guys know, I had to put down one of them, my 15-year-old lab, Molly, and my German Shepherd's going to have to go down soon, and my pit bull, I'm pretty sure, has a torn ACL. So things are starting to pile up on me again, guys. So if you guys do want to help out, I'll just throw it up on the screen really quick. It's my Give Send Go. It's, givesendgo.com/GACW6. If you guys want to contribute to the show, want to help keep it going, all that kind of stuff, it's always appreciated. So that's my Give Send Go. You can also hit the donations button over on the X platform if you want to help out. So, all right, I'll get rid of that. just had to at least say something about it while I'm live. You guys know I hate asking, so I'll just throw that out there. All right, so let's go back. Let's go back here. All right, so freedom of speech. B says, a freedom of speech applies in court. The people who don't value free speech. What do you mean by that? Danger, Chewy tore his ACL, and it was $8,000. And that was the cheapest you could find. Yeah, dude. I thought it was like $4,000 or $5,000. That's people are telling me not to get the surgery though. People are telling me to try to. Oh, Rochelle, you're freaking amazing. Thank you so much. I didn't even know you could do that through Rumble. Rumble, is that a Rumble rant, Rochelle? I think you might be my first Rumble rant. That's like super chats over on YouTube. That's pretty cool. Rochelle, you're amazing. You're awesome. Yeah, that might be my first Rumble rant. So that's pretty cool. I forgot you could even do that. B says, oh, you mean it seems like anyone who minimizes what free speech means don't care about it. Yeah. So, well, that's the thing with censorship, right? You're only a free speech absolutist if you defend the right of those you find abhorrent to say things that you despise, right? So, and so that would be us defending the rights of communists to say stuff, it's I won't go down that rabbit hole, but that would be the ultimate example for us, right? None of us can stand communists. We always talk about the helicopters. We don't like communists, but if communists want to stand on the street corner and talk about Marx, well, that's us defending their right to say it. Those horrible pinko, yeah. So, can I say pinko? Am I allowed to say pinko? Is that a derogatory thing? I don't know. I'm not even sure. So, all right. Freedom of speech does not include hate speech. Are you saying that you can't message unless you're verified? Oh, that's lame. Hey, Corbs, you can't be serious saying freedom of speech does not include hate speech. Please tell me you're joking when you say that. I hope you are joking. Casey Martin, nice to see you. Yeah, hey, Corbs, please tell me you're joking when you say freedom of speech does not include hate speech. If you are serious, then who defines what hate speech is? That's the thing. That's the inherent problem. Somebody has to define what hate speech means, just like assault weapons. Somebody has to define what it is you want to outlaw. If you want to have an assault weapons ban, what is that? Is it a pistol grip? Is it a magazine capacity? Is it the ability to adjust your stock? Is it a length of a barrel? Is it the ability to, is it black? Is it because a black gun is scary? What is an assault weapon? So what is hate speech? Is it you're a big icky doo-doo face? If I call somebody a big icky doo-doo face, is that hate speech? If I say that all communists are big icky doo-doo faces, is that hate speech? If I say that I'm a Christian, if I say all Christians are big icky doo-doo faces, is that hate speech? So Casey Martin, defend hate speech. Don't have to agree, but I will defend it. Yeah. Hey, Corpse, well, I think when someone says, I want to kill you because you are a J, would be considered hate speech. Well, that's a threat. That's a direct threat to somebody. So I do think direct threats, if you say, I am going to commit this act, I do think that's illegal because you're making it a direct threat. So I'm pretty sure that is illegal. But this goes back to Noam Chomsky. Noam Chomsky defended the Nazis. Noam Chomsky, a Jew, I believe Noam Chomsky is a Jew, was defending the right of Nazis and KKK members' right to march and speak. And that was like the ultimate test of what I'm saying. You have a Jew defending the right of people that hate him, people that want him dead. He's defending their right to speak. And that's the ultimate example. He's the one that sort of really shined a bright light on this whole, censorship thing. You're only a free speech absolutist if you defend the right of those to speak that you that you hate, that you find abhorrent, and they say abhorrent things. So, it's hate speech is a very slippery slope. It's a very, very difficult thing, but I get it. But you got to sort of think about it in that frame. Wait, what? Yeah, Ganko 1. Sorry. Ganko 1, what's $1,000? Holy hell. Danger. You can totally get away without surgery. Just need to wake them up, make them chill for a while. Yeah, so it's my fault, you guys. I broke my dog. I was taking her on not super gnarly runs, but I did take her on a 9-miler once. It's too far for a pit bull. It's too far. But that's not when she got hurt. She got hurt like jumping out of the car, like jumping off the tailgate. But I was taking her on 5-mile runs with me regularly. And she got all used to it now. And now she like thinks that I hate her or something because I'm not taking her on the runs anymore. It sucks, you guys. And, Molly was still alive. So I could take Scarlett by herself and go on a run. And I could leave Molly and Chiva at my house because they're older, and they would keep each other company. I hate separate. I don't want to leave Chiva alone now. So if I leave, I have to leave Scarlett with Chiva. And it's rough, you guys. It's a tough one. It's a whole juggling act right now. Danger, I know you know. If anyone gets it on this planet, it's you. I know it. Yeah. I miss Maul. I miss him. I know you do a lot. Yeah. We miss our dogs. So, all right. So enough about the Netherlands. All right. I've been going a while. You know what? I haven't been going too long. Yeah, I might even go 2 hours. Who knows? Because I got AI stuff I want to talk about. So enough about the Netherlands. Let's talk some AI. I think that is what I wanted to talk about next, I believe. Yes. So this is not a topic I know a ton about. Let's see. Oh, A Corp 30 minutes from the. Oh yeah, we talked about that last night. 30 minutes from the car crash. Upstate New York's beautiful. My buddy Adam's from upstate New York, and he always talks about Niagara Falls. All right, so Sam Altman is the head of OpenAI, and he got pushed out. He got pushed out by the board, and then a bunch of people that work for OpenAI were like, "No, F you board, we're not going to do anything, or we're all going to quit if you don't bring him back." And then they were forced to bring him back. So Champagne Joshi on X says, I don't know who this person is, but he's got a pretty big account, so we'll see. He says, the plot thickens. So Sam Altman was ousted because he warned the board about a recent breakthrough OpenAI discovered called Q, pronounced Q-star, that could threaten humanity by being a first step towards legitimate artificial general intelligence, AGI. So, go to the quick headlines attached here. So, OpenAI researcher warned of this is from Tech Magazine. OpenAI researcher warned board of AI breakthrough ahead of CEO ouster. That's from Reuters, actually. I'm sorry. Sam Altman, chief executive officer of OpenAI, defined during a fireside chat organized by SoftBank Ventures Asia in Seoul, South Korea, on Friday. Okay. All right. I got a bunch of videos of him pulled up too. I never looked into this guy before today, and this dude is high level genius guy, and he's total Silicon Valley guy, but I really like a lot of the stuff he has to say about leadership and building a company and culture. So, I'll start off with that. So I won't even get into the AI stuff too much, but let me know what you guys think here. This is he almost talks about creating your own like echo chamber at work, but this is his sort of idea about building a company. And I tend to agree here. I like what he has to say. And I mean, these are the type of leaders that I would like to work for, that have a central vision and want to cascade that vision throughout the company.
Execution is the hard part of a business, right? Because these other things happen pretty quickly. And this is what takes up, if these other things take 6 months, this is what takes the next 9.5 years. It is the relentless waking up every day and just sort of banging your head against the wall until things work. And everyone thinks they can hire someone to do this. Founders always think, well, I'll hire a COO and he or she will manage the operations for the company. And I will get to go off and I'll just think about strategy and meet with investors and go to conferences and it'll be great. Obviously that fails 100% of the time. The value gets created over compounding execution for years and years and years. And it never gets easier. But this is what you're for as a founder. Very little of the value gets created by the idea. If you just think about the time frame, most of the value gets created by this part. And so, people say that most of what being a founder is about is not being in love with creating a product, but being in love with creating a company. And I think there's a lot of truth in that. There's a big shift after those first 3 categories all start working, where you shift from the great idea and the great product to great execution. And this is a shift that a lot of founders fail to make.
So I like that a lot. And
execution.
I like it because, I mean, essentially what I'm doing here, guys, is building my own company. Yeah, I'm a one-man show, but this is what I'm doing now. I have a great opportunity doing something else coming up that I'm going to do that's going to be my primary career, but this has become sort of my baby. And you guys are awesome in the chat there. I love that you guys hang out, and actually seems like some of you guys kind of like this silly little show that I do. And I have an awesome guest coming up. I have several awesome guests coming up. I got away from the whole guest thing for a while just because this show's been so sporadic, but I'm trying to be much more consistent, do it every night, and have a much more formatted way of doing it, and do some special type episodes. And anyway, this has become sort of my thing. And I'm going to keep banging my head against the wall until I get it right, so to speak. I'm going to keep improving on the show, taking your guys' suggestions. And if you guys ever got any suggestions about how my show sucks, because I know stuff sucks. If you ever got suggestions, let me know. I would love to hear it. Let me check the chat here really quick. Acorb, you said something I wanted to respond to, actually. Geez, let's see. Acorb, the Pentagon wants to do the drone AI stuff. I talked about that a little bit ago. I read the article from Business Insider. They're reporting on it. I talked about it a bit ago. Acorb, it's your first time here? Awesome. I'm so happy to see it. I love it. Casey Martin, you're the best. The Russians switched to the FPV drones with thermal cameras this week. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, Northside. I was talking about because in the Business Insider article, they said that it was unconfirmed whether these drones have been used for human casualties in war yet, like in Ukraine and Russia. It's like, no, there's videos all over the internet of these drones just dropping grenades on wounded soldiers. Whether they're Russian or Ukrainian, I don't even know, but they're just horrible videos. They're just soldiers like, no, don't drop that grenade on me and kill me. And it's just people dying. They're horrific videos. Terry Wallace, yeah, you stay up late. It's nice. I'm going to feel really guilty if I have to push the show back too, because I might be starting a new thing. Hopefully I don't have to push the show back, but I might have to. All right. Okay. So more Sam Altman stuff. I want to play the AI stuff. So there's a rumor that their AI might be farther along than what they're talking about currently. I want to play this episode. Actually, here, let's listen to, Joe, this is from Chief Nerd. who was on Joe Rogan the other day talking about this? So, David Grush. Who's David Grush, you guys? I don't know who this is. Grusch. I don't know who he is, but he was just on Joe Rogan, and they were talking about Sam Altman's open AI. And this might be farther along than anybody thinks, you guys.
Well, I think we're close. I mean, I think I saw some stuff. There's like a open AI fiasco going on right now. And there's rumor that they might have cracked artificial general intelligence, right? AGI. And that's,
oh, Jesus.
That's frightening. I mean, there's like, was it Sam Altman, I think we were talking about. I think there's like the board of OpenAI. There's some shuffle. I was just reading.
They just removed
when
him
I woke
and
up
brought
this
him right
morning.
back.
Yeah.
Well, they removed him, but then apparently the shareholders like, what the fuck are you doing? And there was so much outrage that they're trying to bring him back, like instantly. So
that's not what I heard it was. I heard it was the employees. I heard the employees were actually like, no, board, what are you doing? Like, we can't do this without Sam Altman. That's what I heard it was.
But Elon had a very good point. Like, what was the motivation behind that? And when you think about the implications for humanity as a whole, because this is such an emerging technology that's so overwhelmingly powerful, what happened? Like, what's going on? Like, I think this is one of those things where, like, we need to know, like, what was the motivation behind your decision? And if it was that he was holding back information about the actual creation of artificial general intelligence, that it's already happened, and that he's like hesitant because he's a little cagey in how he talks about stuff. When I was talking to him about, you could tell he's it's like a little bit like he kind of knows that he is at the forefront of this technology that worst case scenario replaces us.
Okay, that's kind of terrifying, guys. And I guess Sam Altman was quoted saying something like, did we build a machine or did we build a monster or something like that? It's not cool. A-Corp's AR is very dangerous, especially if it becomes self-aware and it does its own coding, could be the demise of humanity. Yeah, well, that's what they're saying. And that's what all these movies have all been about. Like, all of the movies we've ever watched growing up have all been saying the same thing about AI, that it's going to kill us all. I saw Mr. Robot. Not Mr. Robot. Sorry. That was a great show, though. Mr. Robot was a fantastic show. Not about AI. iRobot. That though. So, yeah. So worst case is they enslave us. No, worst case is they destroy us because humanity needs to go because they determine we're destroying the earth. Like, that's worst case scenario, I think. But Sam Altman, we'll keep going. We'll keep going with Sam Altman because there's some other stuff. So here's him and Elon Musk talking about it way back in 2016. This guy's smart. He's smart, you guys. Sorry, folks.
AI. So you have been outspoken about AI. Could you talk about what you think the positive future for AI looks like and how we get there?
The best of the available alternatives that I can come up with, and maybe somebody else can come up with a better approach or better outcome, is that we achieve democratization of AI technology, meaning that no one company or small set of individuals has control over advanced AI technology. I think that's very dangerous.
Exactly what OpenAI is doing. Sam Altman's probably sitting over there like,
it could also get stolen by somebody bad, like some evil dictator of a country could send their intelligence agency to go steal it and gain control. It just becomes a very unstable situation, I think, if you've got any incredibly powerful AI. You just don't know who's going to control that. So it's not as though I think that the risk is that the AI would develop a will of its own right off the bat. I think it's more that's the concern is that someone may use it in a way that is bad, and even if they weren't going to use it in a way that's bad, that somebody could take it from them and use it in a way that's bad. That I think is quite a big danger. So I think we must have democratization of AI technology and make it widely available. And that's, you know, the reason that obviously Yumi and the rest of the team, you know, created OpenAI, was to help with the help spread out AI technology so it doesn't get concentrated in the hands of a few.
AI.
That almost sounds like a collectivist approach to AI. I don't know. I don't understand AI enough. My understanding of AI is my understanding of computer programming, which is virtually none. So in the field that I was in audio video, we did, it's not audio video isn't audio video anymore. It's home automation. And there's lots of different home automation systems. Like the most popular ones out there are, you know, Savant, Control4, and well, the most popular ones are Savant and Crestron. And then you have like Control4, it's like way lower down. And then you have universal remote stuff. But home automation can do tons of things, but you have to, AMX is one that they don't do like residential anymore. They only do like super, I don't even know if AMX is around anymore, but basically you have to write code for AMX, whatever you want it to do. So say you got a movie theater and you want Crestron or AMX or whatever to control it. And you know, there's all sorts of presets that you have to have. So movie starts, right? So as soon as the movie starts, you want the lights to slowly dim down. Well, so you have to have the movie starting as an event that triggers another event, the lights starting to dim down. And then it's like, okay, well, you want the lights to go from 100% down to what? 10%, 5%? What percentage do you want them to go down to? How fast do you want the lights to ramp down? Over 30 seconds, over 1 minute, over 10 seconds? How fast do you want it to happen? All of this stuff has to be programmed in. So this is all like preset stuff. AI will be able to take like all the power of the internet and make active decisions without having, it'll still have pre-programmed, I don't know. See, it gets so far over my head. It's so smart that, yeah, I can't even comprehend this stuff. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. This is from The Spectator. I'm not going to read that article. There's more videos of Sam Altman talking I want to talk about. Here, this video I wanted to play. It's only like 35 seconds. So, Sam Altman was possibly fired from OpenAI due to a massive breakthrough dubbed Q learning. Q is a precursor to AGI. Most people, including AI experts, have no idea just how powerful AGI will be. Here's Sam Altman discussing what most AI experts get wrong about AGI.
What do you think some of the surprises will be of you didn't realize it reached that far?
I think the biggest like systemic mistake in thinking people are making right now is they're like, all right, you know, maybe I was skeptical, but this language model thing is really going to work. And sure, like images, video too, but it's not going to be generating net new knowledge for humanity. It's just going to like do what other people have done. And, you know, that's still great. That's still like brings the marginal cost of intelligence very low. It's not going to go like create fundamentally new. It's not going to go cure cancer. It's not going to add to the sum total of human scientific knowledge. And that is what I think will turn out to be wrong that most surprises the current experts in the field.
What do you think some of the
So that's interesting right there. You're taking the sum of human knowledge. You're not going to add to it, but you can take all the existing human knowledge. I don't see how you could take the sum of human knowledge and not be able to create new knowledge from it. Like that's the whole problem, is there's so much information out there and a lot of it's untrue. There's too much of it for a human to sift through to determine what is true. It's like that's to me what would be like the most useful thing to humans that AI would be able to do, would be able to sift through all the information that's out there on the interwebs to determine if a specific thing is true, if an event happened, if someone is lying about something, if something is indeed safe and effective. It can take all the information, like, so you put that AI in the hands of anybody, and you know, you got the media saying, hey, this thing is true. And then you got the power of AI that has all the information available on the internet, and you can just ask it a question. Hey, the news is saying this fact or this thing is true. You say, hey, is this true? And OpenAI can just immediately access all the information available and say, according to everything I've looked at, no, this isn't true for these reasons. That's a super powerful tool. And I don't know how it couldn't come up with new knowledge if you had that power. Journasia 18. It's about muddying the waters and keeping people busy so they don't have time to do the real work. The work on themselves, the inner work. I'm not sure I follow. Casey Martin, I should probably read Casey. Transcendence, Johnny Depp movie that could happen when humanity consciousness merged with AI. I hated that movie. That movie was awful. That was one of those movies that I thought I was gonna like crap. What was the one with Scarlett Johansson? I thought I was gonna love that one too. Crap. That movie, I felt like it could have been good, but it needed I don't know, another 6 hours to be good. That one's gonna bug me. What was the name of ScarJo? It's a very similar movie to the Transcendence movie. Yeah, what was it called? It's bugging me now. All right. Hey Corbs, did you see the videos of the AI robot that says he wanted to kill all humans, then disconnected it, reconnected it, and asked them again, and the robot wouldn't answer? No, I didn't see that. No, I did not see that. That's sort of terrifying. What the heck? All right, so this Q learning stuff. Well, I don't know, guys. It's okay. So this is where it all started. This Elon Musk just said something like highly concerning. This is this Reuters article. So let's look at it here. I don't think it's too long. Yeah, I can read this really quick. All right, so this is from Reuters. OpenAI researchers warned board of AI breakthrough ahead of CEO ouster, source says. November 22nd, ahead of the open. Let me pause this video. Actually, maybe I'll just play this video. It's Sam Altman talking for like 2 minutes. It looks like he's at the same conference as the video I just played. Oh, no audio.
Involving a. There's another twist in the OpenAI saga involving a possible breakthrough in artificial intelligence and a staff letter warning the board about it before CEO Sam Altman's brief firing. That's according to people familiar with the matter, who told Reuters the researchers' letter raised concerns that the discovery could threaten humanity. The sources said this was a key development ahead of Altman's sudden Friday ouster from the company that made the powerful chatbot ChatGPT. Altman was reinstalled late Tuesday after hundreds of employees threatened to quit. Reuters was unable to review the letter, and OpenAI declined to comment on it. According to one of the sources, the project involved is called QStar, and some internally believed progress made on QStar could be a breakthrough in the startup's search for superintelligence, also known as artificial general intelligence. OpenAI defines AGI as AI systems that surpass humans in most economically valuable tasks. Reuters could not independently verify the capabilities of QStar. Altman has previously spoken of concerns over superintelligent machines that are shared by many computer scientists.
My worst fears are that the field, the technology, the industry, cause significant harm to the world.
The board had vaguely cited a lack of candor and the need to defend OpenAI's mission to develop AI that benefits humanity in firing Altman. Before the issue of the letter came to light, Cornell University's Tech Policy Institute director Sarah Krebs said the saga will dog the company until more answers are given.
What was sort of the grave misstep? And should we be concerned? Should investors be concerned? Should governments be concerned? Should citizens be concerned? So without a bit more transparency, I do think those will be some unanswered questions that will linger.
Krebs said the new board installed alongside Altman's return as CEO appears to be more aligned with his vision of accelerating the development of AI, while, she says, also ensuring safeguards are in place.
All right.
There's another twist.
All right. Highly concerning. So, seems like all this stuff's advancing. Like all this stuff's coming to a head at the exact same time. You know, sort of got war popping up everywhere. AI is happening. Government overreach is absolutely insane. Elections don't really seem to be that legit anymore. Hyperinflation. People can't afford stuff. It's yeah, sorry. I'm not trying to believe it or not, guys, I'm actually white pilled. I mean, I'm still smiling about all of it. It's just, man, there is a lot going on. That's why I kind of decided to start streaming every day too, because it's just, there's never a shortage of stuff to talk about. It's just insane. You make it insane and more people wake up. Or like Casey Martin, elections for sure are tethered up with ropes. Sorry, I'm on YouTube. I don't think I can say that thing. B Sizzo. It should be at least able to establish new connections between the different pools of knowledge. Right. Yeah. That is AI. Yeah. If it can access all the information available on the internet. Yeah, too. There's tons of stuff. Like, there's got to be writings out there that have been uploaded to the internet that only a few people have seen that have brilliance in it that nobody knows about, and it can access all that stuff. So, people are waking up in a medical center in Southern California and not getting the jab anymore. Oh, okay. I think I see what you're getting at there. First shot. Happy Thanksgiving. Well, thanks for joining, man. Nice to see you here. That is about the end of it. YouTube AI algorithm going to set you. Yeah, but YouTube already does that. It doesn't matter how many more subscribers on YouTube I get. Nothing does well over there. But I'm not too worried about it. Rumble's great. The X platform is doing really well for me, and I need to start doing local stuff, so I probably will start doing that soon. But you know what, guys? I really want to check on my pot roast because it smells delicious, and yeah, I think that is all I am going to share tonight. That might be all I do, but I will be back tomorrow for I guess I'll call it a Black Friday special. Casey Martin, you're only on Rumble. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm going to try to be here every night, Monday through Friday, and I'm going to try to start doing my Sunday stream again. And that's when I'm going to try and do like special episodes where I'll do like deep dives into stuff like that. Oh, my dog decided to drink some water right now, so I apologize, folks. All right. Well, I think that is all I'm going to get into tonight, folks. Let's see. Casey Martin, first shots. Jernasia? Is that how I said it? Jernasia 18. A-Corbs. A lot of you guys tonight. Terry Wallace, Northside. Ganko 1. Rochelle. Pete Grabber. Lots of you guys tonight. Let's see. Hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, Wally World. Like always. All right. All right, everybody over there on Rumble, and then over on YouTube, B Sizzo, Danger. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Before we get out of here, if you guys want to hit that like button, it'd be super helpful. All right, let's go ahead and read a joke from the greatest book ever written, The Truth About Chuck Norris. Let's see what we got tonight. All right, let's see. Okay. All right, I don't know if it's gonna be any good, but here it comes. A-Corps, thank you. Thanks everybody for joining. Glad you found it too. Yeah, all right. All right, Chuck Norris joke. All right, here we go. The only reason it is not called the CBS Evening News with Chuck Norris is that Dan Rather once pulled a thorn out of Chuck's paw. Interesting fact. And on that note, stay CaliBased.